We keep talking about mental health issues as if they're just a mind problem. If I sit down and journal long enough, or if I just say the right affirmations, it'll all click. But sometimes, the reason you're feeling like shit is simply because you haven't seen the sun for the past 3 days. Or maybe you haven't been sleeping long enough for the past 3 months. This is not a thought problem. This is a biological one. Here's the thing. You cannot outsmart your way out of a vitamin D deficiency. You cannot mindset your way out of chronic sleep deprivation. But your brain always tries to create a narrative around that. It simply thinks, why am I feeling unmotivated? Is something wrong with me? Most of the time, you simply need to sleep half an hour longer every night. You simply need to supplement with something that your body's missing. Or you need to pay attention to what your biology is asking for. I have personally had days myself where I felt so low, unmotivated, agitated, and low-key hopeless. And my mind always races in thoughts, tries to come up with a narrative to why that happened. It thinks of something that happened at work, a statement that my girlfriend told me last week, and tries to map that feeling to a memory that is completely unrelated. While I realized that when I slept well, everything felt fine the next day. I mean, I noticed after experience that 90% of my problems are fixed with a good night's sleep. This is not just an exaggeration. And of course, you can't pinpoint it to a number like that, but it just gives you an impression of how big our problems get when our physiology is suffering. We're not just brains with jobs and plans. We're a biology. And when our biology is off, everything that we think tends to bend around that imbalance. Your thoughts aren't always true. Sometimes they're just simply chemical imbalance. In Fantasy Worlds, I wrote about that disconnect, how we are all just thinking that we're just floating minds and completely ignore the body that hosts the mind. Before you decide you're broken, ask your body first, is everything okay? It might just give you the answer.